Hello everyone, how are you guys? I hope you are well and healthy. Before starting the video, I tell new players who want to play the EverLegion game to download the game using my link, and don't forget those of you who are already playing to use my code so you can have the chance to get an elite hero at the start of the game. Because on this occasion, according to the title, I will share information about the best tank heroes from every faction currently in the EverLegion. These tank heroes are judged based on their basic defense stats and the defense skills they have. And after listing each hero in EverLegion who has a role and tank class, I get the 7 best tank heroes up to the time this video was uploaded. And without further ado, let's start the discussion. Before I share the list of heroes, I want to share a bit of quick information for those of you who don't know what a tank hero is. Tank heroes are heroes who have special roles and abilities in the aspect of defense. Usually their main characteristics are very high durability, and the function of their skills also tends to increase defense either individually or in groups. Positioned in the front row and become a shield for their allies. Now we enter the list of the best tank heroes in 7th place, namely Globnik. Globnik is a hero from the Ardent faction. He is a strength-based hero and has the main role and class as a tank. Judging from his defense and his basic vitality, he has a defense that is durable enough to take hits. And if we look at his skills, Globnik has pretty good crowd control abilities. We can see that from the knockback effect he can cast on enemies, pushing enemies until they are cornered and away from allies, so they can't attack allies in the back row. Plus, if an enemy attacks Globnik at close range, he also has a passive which allows him to take less damage. Judging by his abilities, Globnik is a suitable hero to use against heroes who specialize in close range, especially overcoming heroes from the Vitalis faction, such as Leola's and Lear. At 6th place, namely Aeon. Aeon, or commonly referred to as the Undead King, is a tank hero from the Eternal faction. He is a strength-based hero and has the role and class of a tank. Judging from his base defense stat, he has slightly higher base defense and vitality than the previous tank hero, Globnik. And in contrast to Globnik, Aeon has a special ability that is quite unique, where he has the ability to revive after being defeated, which in my opinion is quite crazy. Apart from that, Aeon also has the ability to knock down enemies and recover his HP from every attack he launches. You could say that Aeon is a tank hero who protects his allies by taking deadly blows from his enemies. We can see that from his ability to revive after being defeated. Aeon is a tank hero who is suitable for dealing with heroes from the Illuminated faction, such as Constanza and Brenia. In 5th place we have Olivier. Olivier, or who has the nickname Shield of Yuta, is a tank hero from the Illuminated faction. He is a strength-based hero and belongs to the tank class and has the main role as a healer in the team. Judging from his basic defense stats, he has slightly higher basic defense and vitality stats than the previous tank hero, Aeon. If we look at Olivier's abilities, he has good crowd control abilities and also his special ability, namely healing, where he will heal his weakest allies and give them a defense boost for a few seconds. Plus, Olivier also has the ability to provide a shield for all of his allies while also getting a continuous healing effect, and only takes a small amount of damage when attacked by enemies. Judging from Olivier's abilities, we can see that he is a solid tank and is also very helpful for increasing the vitality of allies so they can last longer during battle. You could say that Olivier is a very suitable hero when faced with heroes from the Ardent faction, such as Kolgaz and Armig. In 4th place is Oroth. Oroth is a tank hero who has the nickname the Element of Ice and comes from the Elemental faction. He is a strength-based hero and has a class and role as a tank in the team. If we look at his basic defense stats and vitality, Oroth is slightly above the previous tank hero, Olivier. Judging from Oroth's skills, Oroth has a passive skill where he can take less damage if the enemy attacks him from the front. Plus, unlike the previous tank heroes, he has an attack ability that can cover a wide area, allowing him to hit many enemies at once, and Oroth also has the ability to provide shields for all of his allies. You could say Oroth is a tank hero who has balanced attack and defense abilities, so this makes him very suitable to face heroes from any faction. In third place is Kruban. Kruban is a hero commonly called the Force of Nature. He comes from the Vitalis faction. Kruban is a strength-based hero and has the main class and role as a tank in teams. Judging from his base defense stats and vitality, he has slightly higher base stats compared to the previous tank hero, Oroth. Kruban has a crowd control ability that makes his enemy hit by a knock-up effect and unable to attack for a few moments. In addition, at the start of the fight, Kruban also gets a magical shield from his passive skill. And what's unique about his ability is, Kruban can give a taunt effect, where this taunt effect makes the enemy only attack Kruban, and every attack that Kruban receives also bounces back to the enemy who launched it, so indirectly, Kruban has also given passive damage to his enemy. If we look at Kruban's skills, he has unique abilities that other tank heroes don't have. This will make him very suitable for dealing with heroes from the Eternal faction, such as Malekith and Casper. In the second rank, there is Alexios. Alexios, who has the nickname the Thunder of Basilisk, is a tank hero from the Yuta-anointed faction. He is a strength-based hero and has a primary class and role as a tank in the team. Judging from his basic defense stats and vitality, Alexios has quite high stats when compared to the previous tank hero, Kruban. Alexios has a passive skill where over time during the battle, Alexios also gets stronger. Similar to the Oroth skill, Alexios can also deal a wide range of damage while also giving a stun effect to the enemies it hits. Plus, Alexios will target the weakest enemy and will attack him with full power, so you could say that Alexios is a tank that has the strongest attack when compared to other tank heroes. In a way, Alexios is a tank hero with quite good offensive abilities, so that makes him very suitable to be faced with heroes from the Diva-anointed faction, such as Asmodai and Cthulhu. First place goes to Godfrey. Godfrey, known as the Aegis, is a tank hero from the Illuminated faction. He is a strength-based hero and has a primary class and role as a tank in the team. Judging from his basic defense stats, he has even higher defense and vitality stats than the previous tank hero, Alexios. Godfrey has a pretty good crowd control skill where he can give a stun effect for up to 4 seconds, plus he also lowers the enemy's attack ability, so their attacks become even duller. And Godfrey also provides protection to his weakest ally once in one battle. And that's not all. Whenever Godfrey's HP drops below 40%, he becomes immune to enemy control effects, and he regenerates his HP every second for 13 seconds. Judging from this skill, we can see that Godfrey is a very strong tank hero and deserves the first position in the rankings. Because besides being able to protect his allies, he also has very high durability when compared to any tank heroes from each faction. Maybe some of you are aware, why are there no tank heroes from the Diva-anointed faction? That's because the Diva faction still doesn't have a tank hero. Maybe the developers will make one in the future. But for now, the names of the heroes discussed earlier are the best tank heroes from each faction. And I also want to make an honorable mention to several other tank heroes like Lear and Holek, who are also actually strong, but are semi-tank heroes. So that's all for our discussion about the best tank heroes from each faction in Ever Legion. Keep in mind that these hero ranks are not permanent and can change at any time. So it is hoped that you as viewers can understand. If you want to discuss further about this list of heroes, please comment below. And we will meet again in the next Ever Legion video. Bye.